What's up, nerds and geeks? My name is OMG WTF LOL FTWBRB, and welcome to episode 72. Wow, of Let's Play Smackdown. Shut your mouth. Why is there 72 episodes? Ugh. Either way, nerds and geeks, it is now time for the final pay-per-view of 2003, Armageddon, and we're going to be opening the night off with Chris Omega taking on Lance Storm in a hardcore match. Jericho will meet Scotty 2 Hotty in a cage match, and then in an Armageddon-style Hell in a Cell, we will defend our undisputed title against Stone Cold Steve Austin, Chris Jericho, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, Jeff Hardy, and Brock Lesnar. That was my Paul Heyman accent there, or not accent, impersonation accent. It's been quite some time since I've actually spoken to you nerds and geeks. This is my first video of 2015. I actually wanted this video to go up the last day of 2014. Oh, hold on. What do you want? I hope you're not hitting on me. You freak me out. Don't look at me like that. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna sue you if you get within 50 feet of me? What the hell? Oh my god, nerds and geeks. Can I comment on the game designers, like, really put a lot of work in Trish's boobs. Let's just say that. Holy crap. First off, as I was about to say, we're gonna have a hardcore title match. Chris Omega, who I believe is the hardcore champion, yes he is, defending his title against the very entertaining and wild Lance Storm. The guy's got a personality to him, nerds and geeks. As I was saying, though, it's been a little while since I've uploaded a video here, and I actually originally wanted this video to go up on December 31st of 2014, because I thought it would have been interesting. This is the final pay-per-view of 2003, and that would have been the final video of 2014, and we would have been kind of starting both Shut Your Mouth and the year off with, you know, a new year. But I was sick, unfortunately. I had a horrible cough, and I was dying, nerds and geeks, and I didn't get to do it, obviously. But yeah, I'm finally back. It feels great. I took a long break, nerds and geeks. I had to do a lot of thinking. I didn't upload it. I'm not uploaded. God, I'm horrible. This is what happens when you take a break from commentary. You start to, I guess, suck. But took a long break. I had to do a lot of thinking. I made an update video if you guys wanted to go check it out, just to hear what I was thinking about, basically, and what I ended up doing. But I'm back. I'm excited. We're going to get back on the Shut Your Mouth. We're going to beat this game, nerds and geeks. We're going to get back to, you know, all our other Let's Plays like Super Smash Brothers, and even a new Let's Play that I'm going to be starting here pretty soon as well. I'm ready to start another game, and with Smash Brothers kind of already finished recorded. I have finished all of it, and Shut Your Mouth we're almost done with. I want to start another game, so we're going to be doing another one here pretty soon. But I did have a little bit of an announcement to make, unfortunately, for not only the next batch of Super Smash Brothers videos, but also the next batch of Shut Your Mouth videos. I'm having a little problem, to be honest. Apparently when I went to record those videos, my recording device, or not my recording device, but more like the program I use to record, decided not to record the audio of the game. And I don't know why or how, because when I was recording the game, the audio was going through my headset, so I'm under the assumption that it's recording it if I can hear it through my headset. But I don't know what happened. I have no idea why it didn't record the audio for either Shut Your Mouth or Brawl. But that extremely sucks, because what am I going to do? That's what I'm at. I have no audio for these games, so I was kind of hoping if you guys could give me a little bit of insight. What I was thinking about doing for Shut Your Mouth, at least. Excuse me. What I was thinking about doing for Shut Your Mouth, at least, was getting, like, you know, the generic background music we hear right here, and having, like, maybe not this exact, but having that playing, I don't really think it matters too much because there's no voice actors in this game. I do all the voices and all that. But for something like Super Smash Brothers, with, you know, iconic music in it, and scenes with actual, you know, not voices, but dedicated sound clips to them, I kind of feel like I'm going to have to end up re-recording that, which sucks, because I hate that Great Maze. But if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. Maybe I can just find the music and put it in there, and just re-record the cutscenes. But for Shut Your Mouth, I think that's what I'm going to end up doing, is just like get some generic. Oh, hold on! Look at it! Look at it! Oh, the big boot! Holy crap! You kicked his head off, Chris Omega. Jesus! That was my best Botchamania Jesus impersonation. Can you believe that? What a horrible one. Jesus! That's better. Either way, nerds and geeks, after, you know, Chris Omega kicked Lance Storm's head off into, the second friggin', I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say. I was trying to make a joke, but I can't. Did I just play as Scotty 2 Hottie? Hey, it's Christian. We don't get to see many of these, I am playing as Scotty 2 Hottie. We don't really get to see many of these, or, well, now we don't see it, so, but, you don't really get to see many of the, I want to say custom, but I'm going to just go ahead and say, superstar loading screens, you know, with specific characters, like Christian, for example, or the Divas we've showed in the past. But I actually thought I played as Chris Jericho in this match, but I guess I picked Scotty 2 Hottie, which interests me. So, I don't know why I chose Scotty. Chris Jericho's my tag team partner. I'm an asshole, aren't I? I believe the story I came up for this match, though, was that I was saying Vince McMahon, like Mr. and Vince together. Vince McMahon, like Mince Meat McMahon, whatever. Either way, I think the story I came up with why Jericho's double competing tonight, because he'll also be in the Armageddon Hell in a Cell later. I came up with the story that oh my god, I almost said Viscera McMahon. What is wrong with me? Viscera McMahon. Vince McMahon is still angry that myself and Chris Jericho screwed him. Well, not really screwed him, but beat him and Ric Flair for retained our tag team titles over Ric Flair and Vince McMahon. Still a little bitter, so deciding to put Jericho on double duty and making him defend his cruiserweight title. Why he chose Scotty 2 Hottie to compete against him, I will never ever know. But either way, Scotty 2 Hottie, nerds and geeks, getting a chance at the Cruiserweight Championship in the ring with the first ever Undisputed Champion. You know, I believe actually in the beginning of this Let's Play, correct me if I'm wrong, nerds and geeks, but I believe we had a rivalry with Scotty 2 Hottie. I could be wrong, but I'm actually almost positive we had a rivalry with Scotty 2 Hottie. Like, that's kind of insane to think about. And Jericho is really kicking Scotty's tuchus. So, but yeah, about that problem again, nerds and geeks, let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any ideas of what I should do for Smackdown Shut Your Mouth, and even Smash Brothers if you want. But if you have any ideas, please let me know, because I'm at a loss. I am at a loss. And following this video, nerds and geeks, this will actually be my final post-recorded video. Everything after this will be live recorded, minus Super Smash Bros. Brawl. That's all post-recorded. I'm talking about, this is the final post-recorded video of Smackdown Shut Your Mouth. So after this one, everything is going to be live commentary. So that's something to look for. Did Jericho just kick Earl Hebner in the gut? Lord almighty. Jesus, poor Earl. Yeah, we're going to have live commentary, but no audio. Oh, I'm so mad about that. So this is actually an escape-only steel cage match, which means obviously the only way to win is to escape it. I can't pin Chris Jericho. I can't knock his ass out. I can't hit him with the worm and expect to pin him for the win. Nope. I gotta climb over that cage and I gotta leave. I don't think Scotty 2 Hotty has ever been in a cage match, Nerds and Geeks. And if he has, I'm sure he didn't win it. Scotty 2 Hotty was a very underappreciated wrestler. Even though him and, you know, Grandmaster Sexay formed Too Cool and had an amazing tag team, he was one of the stars too. If anything, Grandmaster Sexay was the guy who got no attention. Rikishi, he was well known. Big fat guy that could dance and also had the stink face. Scotty had the worm. What the hell did Grandmaster Sexy have? What do you have at that leg drop he did? I have no idea what it was called. Anyone remember that awkward return with Grandmaster Sexay as well? When Michael Cole was having that atrocious rivalry with Jerry the King Lawler, and he brought Grandmaster Sexay back in a very awkward moment. Can you believe that Grandmaster Sexay? Oh damn, we got hit with the Lion's Hold. Is that gonna win? Oh wait, no, it can't win. It's escape only. But yeah. Remember when Grandmaster Sexay like came down to the ring, not dressed as Grandmaster Sexay, may I add, but proceeded to dance like him? Like it was, you know, 1995 again or something? Lord almighty, that was awkward. There's not very many times, Nerds and Geeks, where I actually, you know, look at wrestling and go, ah, this is awkward. Even in those situations where, like, you know, El Torito and all that, and everyone is like, oh, this is, you know, hard to explain why I'm a fan. Those really aren't that hard to explain. But when that moment happened, woo! When Grandmaster Sexay came down to the ring and danced like he was, you know, 20 years old again, and like that was the hippest dance moves in town, God almighty was I feeling, oh my lord, Nerds and Geeks. I bet you guys didn't expect me to talk about that in this video, but what can I say? Can I just say how awkward that looks, by the way? You know, Scotty just randomly starts climbing the cage. He's like, oh, let me just elbow drop down. It's weird. I mean, in the game, that's your way of dropping from the cage to make sure, you know, Jericho doesn't drop you from the cage, or your opponent. But it's just weird. Like, why can't they just make them fall down, like, you know, to their feet? Look how cocky Jericho is, even in the game. I'm wobbling on my feet. He proceeds to taunt me and then drop kick me. What an asshole. Oh, whatever. I'm still going to beat you, Jericho. I'm going to take that Cruiserweight title. Scotty's actually a former Cruiserweight champion, Nerds and Geeks. Didn't know if you knew that. Happened pretty late in his career as well. He's also a fireman now. Did you know that too? I hope I'm right, by the way. I'm almost 90% positive I'm right about that. That he's a fireman, but I could be wrong. I'm almost 90% positive. Not 100. Like I said, I could be wrong. But I believe I'm right. God, Jericho's kicking my ass. Like, you never realize, by the way, Jericho just beat me. I just lost to a computer, Nerds and Geeks. Hopefully this is not a sign of things to come. Either way, Jericho, I love the fact that he has a special pose, even though it is with the Cruiserweight Championship. I bet Jericho feels like he's back in WCW. But either way, Nerds and Geeks, it's now time for the main event. But before, you know, I talk about the main event here, I want to finish what I was saying there. I never realized how hard this game actually is until you realize that over time in your season mode, your character, his star point or his attributes, I guess, go up. And DDP is at 99. He is like the highest of the high in here. And it makes it, you know, where I can beat up and, you know, my moves hurt certain people, like, say, Stone Cold Steve Austin or Brock Lesnar, you know? But when I'm playing as Scotty 2 Hotty, who's like a 70-something, and Chris Jericho, who's like a 90-something, it's a lot more difficult to win the match. And you know, sometimes you forget. Honestly, this game is pretty hard. You take one of the superstars, like say Scotty 2 Hotty, and put him in the ring with someone like Brock Lesnar, you're gonna have a hard time winning. To be honest with you, I'm being 100% nerds and geeks. Either way, Armageddon-style Hell in a Cell, of course, means there's 6 people in there. I find it interesting that Jeff Hardy's actually in this match. I think it's really cool that he is, because I don't know how it has always been in your guys' season modes, but anytime I've played through Smackdown Shut Your Mouth, I've never played as Jeff Hardy, by the way. That was always my friend Christian, who you guys know as Chris Omega. But every time I've done a season mode, which is usually with Raven, Jeff Hardy usually always becomes one of the top stars. He usually always does. But these matches are a lot more difficult because at any moment it can end. It's a free-for-all 6-man battle royale practically without having to go over the ropes. Pinning is the preferred way to, that you would want your enemies to try to win, because everyone kind of rushes over when someone's getting pinned. But you really need to look out for submission holds. Specifically submission holds. I don't really have anything else to really look out for, because, people like Jericho, for instance, is really dangerous in this match because his finisher is the Walls of Jericho. And in the way this game is, it's not like they have breaking points or something where you keep tapping and you break out of it. No, if your character's weak enough to the point where, they're going to tap out, there's nothing you can do but to tap out. And it sucks because I could be beating up on, say, why is no one beating up on Jeff Hardy? Now someone is. I could be beating up on Brock Lesnar, and Hulk Hogan could lock Jeff Hardy in a Boston Crab, and Jeff Hardy taps out, and now Hulk Hogan's the world champion. It's very difficult, nerds and geeks, in matches like this, and not just like this 6-man match, anything like a triple threat match, which it's a little bit more easier to handle, fatal 4-way, anything with more than, I would say, 3 people is difficult because triple threats are pretty easy to maintain. But fatal 4-ways and above, it gets kind of difficult because at any moment you can lose. Your opponent could tap out and you lost the match. So you got to kind of keep your eyes all over the place, and it's especially difficult in a match like this because you got 4 other superstars to keep your eye on while you're beating up on your guy. I could be keeping my eye on, Brock Lesnar beating up on Hulk Hogan, and Jeff Hardy is able to swipe a pinfall or make Stone Cold Steve Austin tap out. These matches are very difficult, nerds and geeks. Especially when you're in the ring with all the talent. And even though I'm one half of the tag team champions with Chris Jericho, we are enemies tonight, nerds and geeks, and I will pin him to retain my title. If Stone Cold and Jeff Hardy weren't there. There's the other difficult part, nerds and geeks. No matter how much damage I do, it doesn't matter because Hulk Hogan's still standing. Stone Cold Steve Austin's still standing. Thanks, buddy. You see? It's very difficult. They just break it up, and it's a hard match, nerds and geeks. You got to really not only keep your eyes on all your opponents, but you also kind of, got to try to sneak in a win, too. I would say the best scenario is something I don't think I did, which is try to get your opponents out of the cell. I don't know why I didn't try to do that, to be honest. Would have made things a lot easier. And then here's my problem. See, there's another thing. Another problem with this game, really, too. So Jericho was pinning Stone Cold. Could have won right there. I obviously I've seen it, but I was already in the animation for another attack. So I would have been able to break up that pin because I jumped the gun. I could have lost my title right there, nerds and geeks. Thank God Brock Lesnar's knee is so destructive to break up a pin. Jesus. Right there, look at this. He gave up. Oh my God. You've got to be kidding me. That's what I was telling you, nerds and geeks. At any moment it can end. How was anyone supposed to prevent that? Oh my God, I lost. No. Jericho, you ass. Stone Cold is celebrating with his title. Oh, Jericho, you ass. That was a difficult match for him. He shouldn't take this victory for granted. Oh my God, my own tag team partner betrayed me, basically. I didn't even... Oh God. I'm so angry, nerds and geeks. Congratulations, Stone Cold. That should be me. That was a great victory. And oh, Tony the Tiger was here. Please, everyone, congratulate him. You know what would make it perfect if Stone Cold just flipped Vince off? Like said, shut up. That'd be awesome. I say that again. Congratulations. I can't wait until next year. See, that would have been perfect if I would have uploaded this. Have a happy new year, folks. Perfect if I would have uploaded it on the 31st. Oh, I'm so mad I lost, nerds and geeks. Well, nerds and geeks, I will see you in our new year of the futuristic 2004, nerds and geeks. Let me know if you have any whatever. I don't even know what I was saying. My name's OMGWTF, LOLFTWBRB, nerds and geeks. Hope you liked the video. If you have, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to share it with your friends, Facebook and Twitter. As always, nerds and geeks, I will see you guys in our next video. Let me know if you have any ways to solve my problem, as I said earlier. And until then, have a wonderful day, guys.